Hello and welcome back to the AdultsCraft podcast. I am your host, Skelly Wampus, and today we have not a whole lot of news. We don't have any network news that I'm aware of, and Minecraft news, the developers have been on vacation, so there's not a whole lot going on there either. Minecraft Dungeons did have an update that included the end, so that's nice. But other than that, that's about it. So we're just going to get right into this podcast. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is Shmoops. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Shmoops?
I'm 51. I always like to start off with that. I'm 51. I started playing console games in the 70s, probably like 76, when I was like 6 years old, playing Atari. And I like to say that we were gamers back then, but we didn't use the name gamers. We just played the game. Oh, what?
I think your fish just died.
So you heard that? I'm like, I heard splat, and I'm like, what's going on?
I see the little salmon floating in the pool.
What happened? Like how?
I think it swam up the waterfall and got stuck.
Oh, okay. It's suffocated probably. I'm waiting for axolotls to go in there at some point.
Then you'll just have no fish.
So, yeah, I'll have no fish. I was surprised that there were fish that would spawn in here, to be honest. So anyway, when I first put it's just one block, but I don't know, it was funny. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm about. And then I've just always played console games all the way up from there to today, like on Xbox, and now I've been on the Windows on the computer now for like a year and a half. Yeah, like a year and a half now, and I like playing on here.
So, what drew you to Minecraft?
Okay, so my husband and I went to GameStop one day, and he asked the woman, and I even know her name. Her name is Shannon, by the way. I love her. Shannon said, he goes, "What's this Minecraft?" And this is only 3 years ago. She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "It's a fun game. You would like it if you guys like the Lego games. You'll like Minecraft." So he got it. We brought it home, and he was playing it during the weekend, and then I'm watching him, and he goes to work on Monday, and I turn it on, and that was really literally the beginning of the end. I don't think there was a day other than I don't think there was a day that I didn't play Minecraft. So I mean, I wish that I was one of those people that could pick it up much quicker. Like Lena is a good example of someone who's only started a very short time ago, and look at what she does. But, everyone's at their own pace. I'm definitely at a slow pace.
Yeah, I started years ago and I still build tiny shacks, so.
Okay. Maybe that doesn't mean anything. Oh, that's so funny.
How did you hear about AdultsCraft and what made you want to join?
Okay, so I started watching Corgi. Me and JCV started watching Corgi. And then we started watching Cosmic Mermaid. So those were like the two that we really started. And then Pen. I don't know. So yeah, and then Pen. So we just watched them for a while. And this is way before JC was doing her videos and way before I even streamed. And this is like 3 years ago. And I found out that they're on, 8 p.m. back then. And so I put in an application in, and It was a while. Actually, Rev took a little while with me. I think it was like a month that he made me wait to come on. And it was so anxious. And I remember talking to Farm Girl about it. And she's like, he's got a lot going on. Just wait. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll wait. So, um, so then I came in on the second half of the first season. And at that time, I was running my own realm. So I really was half on, half off. I met quite a few people. Actually, I was telling Grim the other day, he was the very first person that I actually met. Like when I signed on, he was there. Um, so it's nice that we could still play with him. And so I got to know Javise, Crow, DSP uh, pretty well on APM.
It's bothering me.
What?
It's a sentimental fish.
What's going on? Is he swimming back up? Like what's
No,
happening over here?
the one I'm holding is the one that died.
Oh,
It's a sentimental fish. It's the podcast fish.
we'll have to go on the anvil, name it, and put it on my my chest downstairs. That's hilarious.
Let's just move it so I don't accidentally eat it.
Okay, yeah, don't do that. The podcast fish.
Just one for the bloopers reel.
Yeah, there you go. I'm like, I'm watching you slowly move, and I'm like, what is he doing? And then I hear pop.
Had to get it before it despawned.
That's right. It was probably just about to despawn.
It's been a little bit, yeah. It just popped into my head like we need to save that fish.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so you mentioned you joined in on the first half of this, or the middle of the second season, the first season. I cannot speak.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You said you joined in the middle of the first season, so that answers that question as to how long you've been a member of AdultsCraft. But
yes,
what's your favorite thing about AdultsCraft?
Oh, it's hands down the community, like for sure. And Rev, I mean, he's just a very generous, understanding, accommodating, do his best to try to take care of everybody and make everyone happy at the same time, which is never possible, but he definitely does his best for sure. So I'm going to say the community.
Yeah, he does a great job, doesn't he?
He really does. He really does.
And
he never makes you feel like you're bothering him, even though there's always things going on in his life.
Yeah, he's got a million things to do, and I feel the same way every time I have to talk to him. I feel like, man, I'm gonna be bothering him so much, and he's got so much going on. But you're right, he never does make you feel like you're bothering him.
Nope.
What's something that you've built in network that you're proud of?
Well, compared to most, I haven't built much. So I've only built this on this season, and I'm really proud of this build. First, it's bigger, and I know that some of you like who are gonna watch is gonna crack up, but I've never built this big before. I've always built small things. So, and I had realized that I really enjoy building real life things. I've done well with them. I don't know why. But this is actually called the Bethesda Terrace. And it's been in quite a few movies. It's been in Mr. Deeds. It was in, what is that movie? Home Alone 2, when they go to New York. We actually have walked, my husband and I, because we don't live far from the city. we've been to Central Park quite a few times. We've actually walked over the inside of this. We had seen the waterfall before, but we were walking through Central Park and over the terrace and had no idea what was below us. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun and interesting to do because it's not I mean, looked at it in a picture and I saw Minecraft, but I knew it would be hard to accomplish it for me. But I did it, and I'm really super happy with it.
So you want to show us around it?
Okay. Well, this is the focal point of Bethesda Terrace, which is the water fountain. And what that is in real life is an angel on top. And then we were fortunate enough to have a modded server that Rev gave to us. So we were able to change the sizes of the armor stands. And so underneath the angel are cherubs. So it worked out really, really, really well. And when I was building this and the floor, which this is like my favorite block ever. And I just love this block. I had a lot of people on my stream help me out with the bottom part and the fountain. And which I thanked profusely in Twitter because they were just amazing and how they all, were willing to help me out. So it was nice.
I think it turned out really great.
It really did. What I love about it is like when you look at the photos, you can really see, you could see it. You could see what's going on. And of course, I love it at night because it just, I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere on top of a mountain, and it just looks so beautiful, like all lit up. And in Bedrock, we can light under the transparent blocks like slabs and stairs. So it just makes life so nice and pretty, and without all of this, torches everywhere and stuff like that. Although I have heard that this will be rectified if for Java and here with the new update in 18, if I'm correct in saying
I'm
so.
not sure.
You're not sure. Okay. Well, I heard that the light level is supposed to be like a 0 or a 1, so
Oh,
that
you're talking about
for
that.
mobs
Yeah,
to
I've heard
spawn.
that.
Yeah. So that would be pretty cool. Um, I had to terraform all of this back and then pull it all the way back and then also terraform it again to bring it back down to where I wanted it to come down. But so generally, there's 2 entrances into Bethesda Terrace, and that's through the front here, and then you can walk through. And in real life, what happens is people who are street performers absolutely love coming into Bethesda Terrace because it's all tile, and so that's why I thought of terracotta. And I wish I could do it for the floor, but I didn't. So that's why I did a herringbone so that I can give it a different kind of look. And so, yeah, they come in here for the acoustics because it just sounds absolutely beautiful. I found a YouTube video, a 360 video of someone walking through here and walking towards the fountain, and and while there were street performers playing, and it was just amazing. So of course nobody lives here; it's just a tunnel. But so I made a small living space, nothing major, just like a living room, and yeah, and a bedroom,
Turned out
just
great.
to have a new space. Yeah, I like it. It's cute, something different. And of course, I took advantage of all the mini blocks that Rev gave to us and stuff. That was a lot of fun because I never had that before.
So, do you
And
make
then
content and why?
I just stream.
Yeah, that's
And why
content.
do I stream? Okay, I stream. I never streamed before until I found out that the American Kidney Fund um, supports streamers on their website. So once the moment I found out about that last year, it was last March when I found out about it, and I was able to raise like 200 or 3, it could be like, no, it was $500 that I was able to raise last year in March. And the reason why I go raise money in March is because there are a lot of very wealthy people out there who donate to the American Kidney Fund. And what they did was anyone during the month of March who donates, they will match it. So I couldn't pass that up. And the reason why I am raising, I don't even use it for myself. Anything that I make, bits or everything, whatever that may be, subs at the end of the time that Twitch will pay out, I then in turn donate it back to the American Kidney Fund because I was on dialysis and they paid for my primary and my secondary insurances. And I I don't know how we could have survived if my husband and I didn't have that, especially considering that we are just working on one income, one blue collar income. And he's done an incredible job of supporting both of us through all these years. And, but yeah, that's what the American Kidney Fund did for me personally. And I know how hard it is out there for so many other people. So I wanted to be able to give back to them. It's really important to do that for me. So that's why I started streaming. JCB wanted me to stream much earlier. And believe it or not, I don't know if people will believe this, but yeah, whenever she would stream and we were playing together, I would clam up. I just wouldn't say anything. And she'd be like, if I saw like one person who I didn't know watching her, I'd just get all quiet. So, but then once I saw that, like I said, once I started the American Kidney Fund, that's when I knew that that was something that I had to do. So I forced myself to do it. And I'm super happy because this year, a lot of things have happened with me and the American Kidney Fund. And one of those things is in March, I streamed every day. I actually came down with COVID and I was out for a week, but and I couldn't believe it that month that happened, but whatever. So I actually streamed 3 weeks out of the month and I raised $2,200.
Wow.
And I was super stoked about that. And then from there, the American Kidney Fund has contacted me quite a few times on different things. And I was telling Rev that they're doing an article about me, and it will be released at the end of the month and at the end of July. And so I was going to pass that on to you, or promote it or something. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
that's
I
we
can't remember what
actually
we said.
I heard that your Katie the Kidney is going on to the AdultsCraft store.
It is, and you can cut this out. I don't know if Rev wants anyone to know, but I'm going to say it, and you can cut it out if he doesn't. But I'm extremely happy and grateful for what he's doing. He actually approached me about it. He said, Kylie and I have been talking about it, and I think that your logo would be fantastic for merchandise. And we've decided that if whatever profit you make, we'll match it and donate it to the American Kidney Fund.
Yep,
So
he told
I
me the
couldn't
same
pass that
thing.
up. Yeah. I couldn't pass that up. That was something that was just too good. I mean, let's just say I sell one thing, that's one thing. So I was really stoked about that, and grateful.
Yep. And yeah, he told me the same thing about donating or equaling the
Hmm.
yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, whatever profits count that I would have made, he'll match it and donate it.
Yes, yes, that's what
So
I'm trying to
it was
say.
fantastic. It's
It's
okay.
still early for me. Forgive me.
Oh, it's fine. So yeah, that was pretty amazing. I got the chills when he said that because it was such a beautiful offer.
So, what's your favorite thing to do in Minecraft?
I like to build. I'm not a redstoner. So I like to learn and I get inspired by other people. I mean, of course, like for the longest time, there were, you know, like I think I'm probably one of the few people that will admit that I watch videos and I watch tutorial videos and I build tutorial houses and this and that. Not a lot of people apparently don't. They don't like to admit that, but whatever. I don't really care. So there was a dude that I knew that I met when I first started playing Minecraft, and he's a map maker for Mojang. And he said to me, if they tell you they never did, they're lying. And what you'll do is you'll do those tutorials and you'll start to learn how to build, and then you'll start building um less and less dependent on the tutorials and build your own thing. And he was right. And he just told me not to worry about what other people say or think about what you do. So, and he was right. He was a really super nice guy, really nice guy, and I'll always remember what he said. So I like to build. I'm a builder, not a redstoner. I could make a garbage can. That's what I can do. I can make those garbage cans. So yeah. Now with okay, so as you walk, all right. So that's basically the other side entrance that people can get from Central Park under to go under here. Then I made, of course, I needed a chest room, and um, DSP, that's Skull Payne from season one. He said, it's so pretty up here. He goes, why don't you build something like catacombs below? So I had to look at like some pictures. So it was a little difficult to like. So I looked at the French catacombs and the Roman catacombs, and when I initially agreed to it, I thought I was going to be able to, because we're allowed to get heads in this season, in this game. So I thought I could just kill a skeleton and I would place all the skeleton heads because that's what the catacombs are. It's just skeletons and bones. But unfortunately, in order to get a skull, the only a skeleton skull you can get is, of course, the wither skeleton skull. And I was
Yeah,
kind of bummed.
yeah, you have to get the skeleton heads the old-fashioned way.
Yes. So and they would have literally been everywhere down here, especially on here. Now this is actually on in one of the catacombs. I don't remember which one in the photos, but they had this circle when then with just skulls and bones just rested and laying. So that's why I did gravel, because it was that's what it was. It's all dirt floors and bone. So I used gravel. And then when I came down here, I found there was underground ravine. So I was like so stoked when Rev had this invisible glass. It just, came out really cool. So I liked it. And then the past, today, I was like, well, let me see what the berries look like, because I just had torches down here, and then I accidentally broke the glass underneath this one, and it went all the way down. And I was like, oh, so I have to do it on all of them now because it looks pretty cool. It looks cool to me.
Yeah, it does
But
look
I
pretty
didn't do
cool.
much. Right, because it looks like it's actually going down with the clear glass. So, I mean, other than if you don't put your crosshairs on it, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, I would have liked to have terraformed it in there and made it more, grungy and stuff, but I never did. And then I made my very first DSP again. He helped me out getting the basalt generator. I never made one. So, um, but this is my tiny chest room that I have. Nothing major, nothing big, but
You say tiny,
yeah.
but have you seen my chest room?
No, no, I did not see your chest room.
It's a shack. It's just a little shack.
Okay.
I'm sure you've
Well,
seen my house. It's no bigger than my house.
okay. All right. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's always like, I see so many people like on this server when I go over to Farm Girls, what she built over there and what you guys built over there is like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like,
Most of that's her. Not a whole lot. It's me.
well, you did some, and what I just remember every time I would talk to Farm Girl, like we would chat in game chat or whatever. I'd be like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm just doing this and that and whatever." Like as now, I'm not really building much, and I'm like, "Okay." So then one day she goes, "Hey, you want to come over and see what I've been working on?" And there's this giant castle, like beautiful castle. I was like, "You got to be." I'm like, "Whatever." I'm not even listening to you anymore. But what she built for Rev and Kylie is just amazing. Beautiful.
Yeah, she's really critical of herself.
Well, she's crazy. So yeah, that's basically what this is. Um, and then so what I did was I tried to, Central Park is very parky and I didn't put anything down here, but I still want to put like seats and stuff. Although it's not in the picture, not really. Um, so I really tried hard with the stairs and with everything to get it right. So this is where you would, you'll be walking, pretend you're surrounded by the park, not hills. This is where my husband and I walked across. And so we saw the fountain. We were like, wow. And then we just kept on going because there's so much to see. There's so much to see in New York that, you just don't stop and smell the roses sometimes. But so I figured I'd make some paths that you can like scenic places because that's exactly what Central Park is. Like there's so much. There's the ice skating rink. There's Bethesda Terrace. There's a zoo. There's like a billion things. So I just wanted to put some little seating areas where people could just chill out and view what's, enjoy the view. So, and then also in the park, there's this area where it's all, and I haven't finished this yet either. It's all rock. So people love to go up on the rocks and just, sunbathe and hang out and talk and enjoy the day on the rocks in Central Park. Um, so I wanted to try to do that. So I put like seats here and there. And lighting. I didn't put lighting over here, but yeah, just something to view. And what I love about right here is on the other side is the giant taiga. They call it now mega taiga, giant taiga, and the sun sets over from behind the taiga, which I absolutely love. That it just worked out nicely. And so yeah, and then this is the other side of the stairs, and so you can go up or down on either side. And I chose another little area that you can look at. I had to figure out a whole retaining wall too. So I have that on the left side and the right side of the ocean so that because it was complicated because right here is a what is it with a coral reef.
Oh
So
yeah.
it was just weird this area and I had to build it out. And so I had to figure out like some sort of retaining wall. So, but it worked out nice. Um, and then basically the only other thing I really built, and I've been here a year, but yes, the only other thing I really built was just this raid village that I've built in the past, and a guy that we used to play with, Sideshow. He actually came up with like this design, and it's a lot of fun. It's an interactive. I have all the beacons, and um, but I built it too late in the season where everyone just had emeralds everywhere. So, but we once you start a raid, you can just jump out, jump on top, let them aggro, let them die in the magma cube, go down and hit them if you want, or you could stay right here and you can just let it happen. But I had to fill in a lot of caves, so that wasn't easy because I had to fill in a lot of caves. And then, but I think the only redstone that I did were these, was this down under here, and it's not really redstone, but kind of is, but not really.
Yeah, it counts. I about got run over. Did you see
Does
that?
it count? What?
I about got run over by a cart.
Well, so everything just comes in here, and then I just take it and I either smelt it or organize it and put it, and this way I was able to get gunpowder, bone meal, of course, lots of arrows, lots of totems. So it was a lot of fun building it. I enjoy building it, but not too many people. Maybe Song came over like twice, maybe 3 times. I don't even think Tantra came over to do it, but he died.
I heard that.
So yeah, and so that's about it. I mean, really, I didn't really build much, but I'm a slow builder. I've said it like a million times. I just, oh, it's nighttime. Yeah, I'm just a slow builder. And then it was great too because the goats, came out when when the update came out, and I thought that was a lot of fun. And then I just put one single, librarian up all the way up there, just so that he's safe from the Vex.
Yeah.
And from the Evoker, to see they won't get hit with that stream.
Yeah.
So that's basically my builds.
I saw your stream when you had first started getting this thing functional, and I saw how much Vex will rock your world.
Oh my gosh. They really do. They really do. It's hilarious. But I mean, I don't know, with the beacons, when you have the heart regen and the jump boost and the strength, and it's a lot of fun, and it just makes it a billion times easier to do these raids, and it's a lot of fun. But like I said, it was too little too late, but I enjoyed it. This is the way I was able to get emeralds and books and stuff like that. So
yeah. So what Minecrafter do you look up to the most?
wow, that's a really good question. What Minecrafter do I look up to the most? How do I get back? Okay. This is gonna sound. You're not gonna have any idea who this person is because he was a guy that I played with. His gamer tag is Megawolf, and he's a lovely person first and foremost. But he's an amazing builder. And when he told me that he started playing the Pocket Edition on mobile, and he showed me his builds back then, I was completely blown away by him. And he's taught me so much and showed me so much, and I admire the way he builds. It's beautiful the way he builds. It's very, he has so much depth, color. He's a huge builder, like Taz is, like similar to that similar to that big like largeness. Why I can't think of magnitude. That he does, and he's a lot of fun. I haven't he was kind of taking a break from Minecraft, or maybe just a break from the realm. But I played with him. He was the first person that I ever met on multiplayer, other than the owner who invited me on. And we were friends for a long time. And, you know, life gets in the way. However, he's young, he's in his 20s now, and he's living his life, hopefully. And so we really don't talk that much anymore, but we did for quite a few years, and it was fantastic. Um, yeah. So that's Mega Wolf. He doesn't stream. He should do tutorials, or he should stream, because it would be amazing if he did. But yes. And I also have to say, you know, not only am I friends with JC, she's an amazing builder and player. She's creative, she's fantastic, she's funny, she's great to watch. Um, I would like her if I didn't know her. So, I mean, and we started playing Minecraft around the same time. So around 2017, I think she was only a few months before me. And she was a driven person. She had goals. And so she wanted to, and now she's at Truly Bedrock. So it just goes to show you how driven she is, and what a fantastic job she does as a person, a player, and a content creator. So those two people definitely inspire me in this game.
Okay. And you mentioned that you're a builder, so do you have a favorite block?
Do I have a favorite block? Um, I mean, I like terracotta. I mean, but like a Mojang block. I mean, I'm going to tell you this. I like this block, and I think that I don't know where this block came from. I love it, and I would love this block. This is like my favorite, but this is not an official block. Now, the new blocks that came out, kind of like the slate blocks. There's
Yeah.
that one slate, whatever it's called. I don't even know. Slate brick or something that almost reminds me of this, but there's more color in this to me, or more depth or something. But I just love it. It's beautiful. So I'm going to say this, and then default is going to be the slate brick that I love. But I love terracotta too. I enjoy terracotta because it's so, you could do so much with it.
Where do
So,
you touched on this, but where do you find inspiration for your builds?
well, I've built Thomas Edison's library. I'm from New Jersey. Thomas Edison is from New Jersey, and I've been there twice before, and I always loved it. And every time I look at it, like in pictures, I saw Minecraft. So I built. I I guess it's from things the photos that I see. Um, just a little spoiler. For season 3 on AdultsCraft, I'm going to be working on Antwerp Station Antwerp Central Station, I think it's called, in Belgium, and it's considered the one of the most beautiful train stations ever built. And they started to build it in 1800s, and they finished in the 1900s, and I think it was like a 10 or 15-year build, and it's just stunningly beautiful. And it's gigantic. Like it feels like it's one of Taz. It's like the castle. I don't even know. Honestly, it's huge, and it's really big. And I'm a little terrified, but I'm just keep on going up and up and up in scale. Um, so that, and I think I could do it. I'm really gonna try. I've been working on it in creative. When I figured out what I wanted to do, and so yeah, I'm like, I guess photos inspire me. When I see Minecraft, I like it, and I'm gonna try. It's gonna be terrifying. But then there's this dude Spots. I don't remember. like the different servers that he's on. Some of you may know him, may not. I think he does. Some of you may or may not know him. His name is Spots, and he was like, he goes, go check out Google Maps because you could see everything on Google Maps for for Antwerp. And we went on it. It was just incredible. I saw all the detail on the outside, and it was real photos. So I'm pretty excited. I mean, I couldn't do that with this go on Google Maps, but definitely with Antwerp. So I'm gonna say photos when I see Minecraft because you know what that's like. I mean, you could be driving down the road and go, "Wow, I could do that in Minecraft," right? Like, yeah. I mean, look at that and go, "I think I could do that in Minecraft." I'm not sure, but yeah. Now there's some people who out there who are just amazing at just like, just freestyling it and just do like, I don't know how they do it. I maybe one day, who knows? Maybe.
So do you mainly play Java or Bedrock, and why do you choose that version?
I was 6 years old when I had a joystick in my hand, and I'm 51 and I still have a controller in my hand. Uh, I have been trying to train myself to use the keyboard and mouse only because I I would like to be able to do both. It's a great advantage, especially since I've been with AdultsCraft and um, playing UHC and then playing on 2.5 with crossplay vanilla, and it would have, I'm trying. So actually, Big Sheep and goodness, G Gavise, Javise, whatever anybody calls him, that's him. The they're giving me tips on how to be more comfortable with the keyboard. But I also have to keep reminding that I'm blind in my left eye. So it makes it a little difficult to not look down and to where my fingers are and to see what's going on. Um, so I'm definitely a controller person. I know that there's more flexibility when it comes to the keyboard and mouse and also when it comes to Java, but this is what I'm comfortable with and this is what I absolutely enjoy playing. I'm like miserable when someone redeems my stream points with I can't use my controller and I have to use the keyboard and mouse for 10 minutes. It's a nightmare. So
Sorry, I
sometimes I
know
have
I've
to
done
turn
that.
them up. Yes, you have. So actually, you're not alone. I have to limit them. I think I have it limited to 5 redemptions, but I think I'm going to put it down to 3. I mean, it is really hard. Like I said, I couldn't even get up a waterfall on keyboard and mouse. I have no idea what I was doing wrong, but it was JC had to clip me because she just found it so funny. So, it's a nightmare. But definitely console or computer with a controller. That's home to me.
And which update did you or do you look up to the most?
Which update do I like the most?
Yeah, which update did you look forward to the most? Oh, that was
Oh, look
spooky.
to the most.
I look right
What?
and there's an Enderman right there.
Oh my god!
He's just hanging out with us.
I didn't even hear him. Okay. Um He's just like, "What update do you like the best?" Okay. Now I hear him. So what update did all right, so I came in okay, I'm gonna say the Nether update. I loved the Nether update. That was a lot of fun. Um the I came in and started playing Minecraft like a month before the aquatic update came out. So that's when I started playing. And I didn't really have anything to go off of. Like I didn't know what it was like before the aquatic update, but apparently it was huge for Minecrafters.
Yeah.
Um I really, really liked another update because it was so cool. Like there was so much more you could do uh in there. And on the realm that I was playing on, someone had this wonderful idea of not making tunnels, although it was dangerous, not making tunnels, but making a nether hood. And everyone had a portal, but it was either the in the house, their nether hood house was in the actual house, or there was a tunnel leading, so you went into the house and then you had to go tunnel like underground or through a wall down to their portal, because because they might be far away. And it just really looked like this wonderful neighborhood, and I absolutely loved it. So I had a really good time in that with that update. I have yet to play really with the blocks on this update, and so I see what's out there and things that what people are doing with it, and it's just beautiful. But I haven't yet to really fool around with it yet, but I will be. So what I'm doing on 2.5 is I'm building something similar to Falling Water, Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water build in Pennsylvania. And it's been slow going, but that's me. And so I will, I'm mapping it out, or footprinting, doing the footprint. I don't use those words. I'm just putting dirt around to where I have to build. And so I'm starting off now. I just came from actually I did build one thing. I built like like a kind of an abandoned looking house that is at the edge of the water, on the ocean. Not like it is by me. I could see it from my base, but it's not my base. It's my nether portal. And the reason why I put it there was so that if people were boating, or even flying, however, they could come out of my portal and see the house and know that Fisher is to the right and straight and to the right down the river, and I'm to the left. And at some point, I'm going to make that obvious, more obvious than what it is. And I'd like to make a dock for the boats, so if people do want to boat down to Fisher's house, they can just boat down from the portal house. So I did build something on 2.5, but that's about it. With old blocks, by the way, not new ones. Yeah.
Okay, and so what motivates you to continue playing? You know, a lot of people will get burned out and such, need to take breaks.
Yeah, I don't understand those people. So I don't know. I'd always wondered, oh, okay, is that gonna happen to me? And that has not happened to me yet. Sometimes I have to take a break from like just playing on my own. So I'll go out into my living room, and I don't have Xbox Live. I just have my Xbox and my Minecraft, and I just chill and play. But and I like hardcore. So and sometimes I play ultra hardcore by myself, which is a lot of fun. I die a lot. Um, but I am not burned out, and I don't really see, I mean, I feel bad for my husband, but I don't foresee myself ever being burnt out in this game because it's ever evolving from what I've seen. I mean, I
Yeah,
can't imagine what you guys have seen from the very beginning. I mean, that's got to be awesome.
I was here before horses. I remember
Now,
I
like,
remember when horses were added. It was a big deal.
you see, like it's so fantastic what these dudes are really smart in what they're doing. They don't like the new blocks that we got. We can make them into slabs and stairs and blah 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 blah. Yeah, but we still can't do it with terracotta or concrete. And they do it on purpose. Whatever reason, they're messing with our heads, or they just whatever. I don't know what they're doing, but they're smart in what they're doing. So I don't know. I'm excited, and that's why I don't like to read. I'm one of those people that when there is an update, I try to avoid all conversation with other people about the update that they know about, because I want to, you know, it is hard to. I could see why people get burnt out, but when you go and explore do these things without videos and check it. I mean, and I'm probably old school because I am 51. And, you know, when you played a game, it was always a surprise when you go into playing a game because there weren't books, there weren't videos. So we just played and had a great time. So, and I think that's why I love vanilla so much is because, uh, you know, it's always, I don't know. I don't really know the reason why I like vanilla, but I do. I like playing vanilla Minecraft. No tweaks, no mods. It's not my thing. And that's why I said this was the first time that I was ever on a modded thing. And this was like this block and the other blocks. You see very little adult crafts like things that were modded in my build. Because I was always afraid that if I ever lose that texture pack, this is not going to look great. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I was apprehensive at first, but I just couldn't pass this up. But yeah, that's that's that for that.
What's one thing you would tell your younger self?
Oh my goodness. About gaming?
Sure.
I don't know. What would I tell my younger self? You know, I don't know if I would say anything about gaming, but I would say take care of your health because I always got those Christmas cards. We all got those Christmas cards that said, "We wish you health and happiness through the new year." But you never really think about that saying until things aren't great. And
Yeah.
when I was in the thick of things, of being on dialysis and all that stuff, and I got that card, it hit me hard when I read that because I was like, wow, I wish you health and happiness. Because really, that's one of the two most important things in this world, in my opinion. So that's what I would tell my younger self. Take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your health, and the rest will follow, I think.
That's great. When it comes to a bow, are you team mending or team infinity?
I'm infinity.
Infinity.
I'm infinity. I remember you saying that to the guys too in your interview. That's your
That's my controversial question.
yeah, so that's a controversial okay, gotcha. Infinity. Team Infinity. Thank you. I love it.
Team mending is wrong.
He's wrong. Okay. Are you an infinity guy?
I am. I'm
Oh,
infinity.
nice.
Though I think on 2.5, when I get around to it, I'm going to go with mending and just try it out.
Oh, well, there are a billion arrows. So I'm going to say you just head over to that Skelly farm over by TBG and you'll get 2 billion arrows.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't think mending would mess with me too much because I don't really use my bow a whole lot. I use it for creepers. That's about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
And witches. Witches
And
are the bane
witches.
of my existence.
Seriously. For real. Just the other day, I went into the chocolate cake and I was like, Vic, I think I hear witches. And then all of a sudden I came around the corner and there were 2 witches inside. So the building must have gotten hit by lightning and turned 2 of the villagers into witches. So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, nothing should be able to take you from full health down to half a heart.
Seriously. But do you know the poisonous spiders do that too? Sometimes maybe.
Yeah, but they're easier to avoid. They don't have ranged attacks.
No, they don't. They come right up in your face and then, but
Yeah.
yes.
I
Those
run
witches,
faster than
they're
them.
pretty far. Okay, cool. I love it.
Well, that is about all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
You know what, Skelly? You've been very thorough, and I feel like I've said what I wanted to say. I appreciate that.
I did not realize it was nighttime. Not doing my duty.
Do your duty. Exactly.
Hey, you don't go
this
this long without dying, without sleeping every night away.
is apparently not. Okay. I love it. Oh, that's so funny. So this has been good, though. I may appreciate this. Really, it's been nice.
You've done a great job.
Oh, thank you. I hope I don't bore anyone too much.
Okay, well, Shmoops, we want to thank you for appearing on the podcast, and our friend is back. He's coming down the stairs.
Wow, he just won't give up. Oh, and then he just disappeared. Oh, yeah.
We bored him.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, anyways, we want to thank you for appearing on the podcast, and thank you for your time and all that good stuff. I'm not good at wrapping things up.
Well, Skelly, I appreciate everything you did for me, and I hope that you guys go check out the AdultsCraft merchandise store. It like I said, everything is going, all the profits, and Rev and Kylie will be matching those profits and donating right to the American Kidney Fund. And I have a website, it's shmoops.org, and if any of you want to feel compelled to donate $1 to the American Kidney Fund, there's a link right onto my website. And if you know anybody who does have kidney disease and is dealing with something, is on dialysis, not on dialysis, had a transplant, whatever, and they would, I always update things on there to show how to be an organ donor, not just a kidney donor, but an organ donor, also a kidney donor, and many other ways that you can donate without actually donating money. You can get rid of, if you have an old car that's not running and you just want to tow it to the junkyard, they'll come pick it up for free, and they will somehow make money off of that junk car that that you don't need. So there are other ways for you to donate other than money. So you can go check it out.
We will leave that link in the description here.
Nice.
All right, Shmoops, once again, we want to thank you, and I guess now it's time for me to segue out to the outro. We want to thank Shmoops for appearing on the podcast. It was really great interviewing her, and if you're not already, consider becoming a patron. If you subscribe at level 2, which is $5 a month or higher, you get exclusive access to the video edition of this podcast and all others to come. One thing I need to mention, per Rev, all of the AdultsCraft fan Patreon donations for the month of August will be being donated to the American Kidney Fund in honor of Shmoops. So I think that's really great. And I don't guess I have a whole lot else left for you. So we want to thank you again for tuning into this AdultsCraft podcast, and we hope to see you in the next one. Toodles!